Hey, what's up everyone? It is I, the Video Game Hunter, and welcome to another Louisville Arcade Expo 2020 pickup video. Now this pickup video is going to be a bit different than my usual one. Instead of showing you guys every single gameplay footage of all the games I picked up, I'm actually kind of busy today and busy later this week. So what I'm about to do is that I'm just going to pick up the game, show it to you guys, and move on. I'm just only going to be showing you guys gameplay footage to certain games that I have somewhat experience of, or I have some kind of story behind it. So, that said, let's go and take a look what I picked up this year. Now the first thing I'm going to show you is it's not really video game related, but I picked it up at the expo. And that's that, I picked up several comics at this convention. And I picked up Ruby Volume 3 and Volume 2. I do not have one, but once I find the one, I can finally read these. I don't know if they're canon to the Ruby show, but if not, that's okay. Maybe it's their own separate timeline or something. Alright, now this is video game related. And they did have some video game comics there, but I only picked up the ones that look kind of nice. And when I mean nice, I mean I found it kind of sexy somehow. Like this Street Fighter vs. Darkstalker comic. Something tells me Darkstalkers win. It's just a feeling I'm getting. I'm saying that because I think I find the Darkstalkers characters more sexier than Street Fighter characters. Yeah, Felicia and Morgan. Nothing tops those characters. Well, if you compare it to Street Fighter and, you know, Darkstalkers, then yeah, those two win. Alright, now this is Street Fighter Unlimited. Right here. I have yet to read this. I don't think I have any of the Street Fighter Unlimited comics, now I think about it. Yeah, and again, just like Ruby, I do not own Volume 1, but for now, I own 6 and 5. Hopefully I can find Volume 1 at a decent price. Usually Volume 1s for certain comics might cost a bit. We got another Street Fighter Unlimited, which is Volume 2. Or was it Issue 2? I'm not much of a comic expert here. Do you guys call it Issue 2 or Volume 2? I think you guys call it Issue 2. If not, correct me in the comments. And next is Street Fighter Reloaded. Now, I do believe I might have other issues of Reloaded, but I don't think I have the first one. Again, I think it's the other ones. And his Street Fighter Reloaded 3. Oh, let me get the glare out of the comic. There you go. That looks fine. Not much of a Street Fighter guy, but I do love the medias that came out of that game. Like movies, comics, you know. Seems like I don't enjoy the game, but again, I just enjoy the stuff that comes out of the game. Now this is extra special to me, because I finally get to meet someone who actually worked on a Mortal Kombat. The original Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. And I want to make sure I got this guy's name right. I finally met Daniel Pesina, who is well known as an actor for Johnny Cage and all the ninjas for the first 2 Mortal Kombat games. Sub-Zero, Reptile, Smoke, New Cybot. And I don't know if I named them all, but I'll leave a picture down below and show you guys what they were. And I'm going to show you that he signed my personal copy of the Mortal Kombat on Sega Genesis. Now, the only thing I kind of don't like what he does when he signs things, that he puts like a official seal on your stuff, letting you know it's legit, that he's the one who did it. I I was not aware that's what he does, but when he took this thing out of its sleeves and signed it, and then he put that little device on that thing, I was like, I don't know what he was doing, but I eventually found out that's the official seal saying, yeah, he signed this. And not only did he sign that, but I also got a selfie with him, and since I paid a $30, I think, toasty price, not only did I get a selfie with him, but he gave me a small poster, a small poster I was able to pick out and have him sign this too. And this looks very nice. This is actually going to go above the home Mortal Kombat arcade I have. That miniature thing. It's not the actual Mortal Kombat machine that came out back in the day, but it's good enough, and it's most likely the closest thing I'm ever going to have like an official Mortal Kombat cabinet here. One day I might find one and buy it, but everything has to be there, from the original board, the I guess kiosk, to, you know, everything. TV, I'm sure I might be able to replace it if it's broken. Alright, next we're going to start looking at actual video games. Alright, this is the Master System games I picked up. I literally know nothing about any of these games, except for maybe Paperboy. Yeah, it's an arcade game for the home console. And the only thing I can say about it is I was never good at this game because I always sucked at it, no matter how hard I tried to get good. I just could never get good at this game. It's mostly, I think, because of controls, and I suck at aiming. Next is Time Soldier. Again, I know nothing about the rest of these games. Penguin Land? Okay, no wait. I do know about this game though. Outrun. Now I'm mostly all familiar with Outrun on Genesis. That's the game I actually grew up playing. And it's not a bad port in my humble opinion. But the Master System, I don't know if it's any good, but I'm sure it's not as good as the Genesis. I'm assuming it is acceptable though. Next is Alien Syndrome. Now I do believe I had this on Genesis, if not my mistake. But I do believe I might have this on Genesis, and I believe I have played it, but I don't really remember anything from it. And the last Master System game I picked up was Global Defense. I think it might be a side-scrolling shooter, judging by looking at the back of the case. Alright, next, no, let's not go with the Genesis part yet. Let's go with the single Game Boy game that I actually picked up. And it's the only Game Boy game I picked up throughout the whole convention. And this could be a steal. This could be a steal. And the reason I'm saying it's a steal, look, it's not a rare Game Boy game, but the guy gave me the box to go along with it. Now, it's missing the manual, but that's okay, but I only paid 15 bucks for this. And this game is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the Game Boy. Yeah. And this is a sequel to the first one. Now, I love the first one on Game Boy. I played very little of it, but I liked what I saw, so I picked this up. Now, the reason I'm saying this is a steal, like I mentioned several times before, this might be going for a bit on eBay. Even though this is missing a manual, I'm seeing a complete version. People are trying to sell it for $130, and I'm seeing a sold copy being sold for $70 or $80. So this might be one of the best deals I ever bought for the Game Boy. Yeah, this actually might be the best deal, other than I found Kid Dracula for $1 at a yard sale. Alright, next, the Genesis stuff. Alright, next we're going to start with, not a repro, but, whatchamacallit, a hack. I bought a Sonic 2 hack, which features Amy, and I am not familiar with the rabbit's name. I don't think it's Cream. I think Cream is her mom's name. Like I said, I'm not familiar with the other characters, but I am familiar with Amy. And basically, they put these two characters in Sonic 2. And what's neat about this, not only is the case nice and pink, and to be honest, I love pink. I really do. Something about pink, if you put it with the right colors, it can look pretty cool. Way past cool. But let's look at this cartridge. It's also very pink. Now I don't know if they used the original cartridge of a sports game and put a reproduction label on here, but yeah, it looks like they took a cartridge of the Genesis and just painted pink. Hopefully it wasn't a rare game. Hopefully it was some kind of random sports game or something that's very common. I don't like people when they take a random game and just paint it and say, there we go. I hope there's more people out there who actually goes and get a production company to make them Genesis cartridge for them. But yeah, I'm sure this game ain't too bad. I'm pretty sure it's like any other Sonic 2 game, but it just has Amy and the rabbit chick. But I mostly because I bought it because the pink looks really nice, and okay, I kind of like Amy. I might like Amy a bit too much than I should, but what you gonna do? She's fiction. Alright, so here's some other games. I bought some kind of boat game for Vinny and Minnie Run. Now, you guys are probably wondering, why am I buying games I know nothing about them? Well, I'm trying to get a complete set of Genesis, and it's not often I come across a box Genesis game that I don't own. Because every time I go to like a store around here, it's usually games I already have. But since I'm at the expo, it's most likely there's gonna be a lot of games that I don't own that's complete unboxed. So I'm gonna try and buy up as many as possible. Now, okay, this game, I actually have some history behind it. Okay, I don't really remember the gameplay of this, but this is one of those games that it has a water level. And when I was growing up as a kid, I was afraid of water levels. It wasn't like I was afraid of actual water, but there was a TV show called Are You Afraid of Dark, and there was one episode where these kids were telling a story about this pool, and one of the kids, and this freaked me out when I was a kid, one of the kids swimming around the swimming pool got pulled under. And that freaked the hell out of me. Shoot, when that appeared on TV, I think I screamed, and I'm pretty sure I ran upstairs. Because that really freaked me out. So, games like this one, Green Dog, and Sonic 2, or any other games that had, like, water levels, if my character's about to drown, I will reset the game. Like, no joke. Are You Afraid of Dark really scarred me when I was a kid. Now, obviously I got over it. Eventually I got over it. But that's just one of the things I remember as a kid. Ooh, the water. Oh, thanks a lot, Are You Afraid of Dark. Thanks for scarring my life. Alright, this one I actually did have a copy of, but not like a complete set. But the original copy I actually got from the lady who used to babysit me, who decided to send me a copy a couple years ago. That copy didn't work. And when I was at this one table, which I go to every single year, they had a complete box for 50 bucks. Now here's the thing. I'm not the biggest Phantasy Star guy. To be honest, I could never figure out the combat of 2. And I was told it's really easy to learn, but it seems like every time I try to learn this combat system, which I know is turn-based, I can never figure out when it's my turn or what moves I should do, because I feel like the turn-based in this game is pretty random. Now, if I recall, 3 is not as good. I think this one's like the black sheep of the Phantasy Star games, but I'm willing to give this game a shot. Alright, next game is Target Earth. I know nothing about this game, but it looks like a Contra game, judging by the back of the box. And next game is Midnight Resistance. Actually, I'm gonna take this back. This doesn't look like a Contra game. This one looks more like a Contra game, judging by the back. This looks pretty neat. I might show some gameplay footage for this game, actually. Yeah. It'll most likely be short, but there you go. Alright, so now... Oh, wait. Let's not do the big pile yet. Let's go with the 3 PlayStation games I actually picked up. And I actually picked some of these PlayStation games up with some of these Genesis games. It was at the early tables I went to. This game, I avoided this game for the longest time as a kid. Look, I love Mortal Kombat game, but even the front cover of this game told me to stay away. And I think I might have been right about staying away from this game, because if I recall correctly, people have told me, and I actually seen videos of people saying this game was bad, but I heard Mortal Kombat Special Force, I was told, and what I've seen, looks like a very bad game. Now, I play Sub-Zero Mythology, and that one is okay once you get the hang of the controls, but I think this one is like one of the shittiest Mortal Kombat games out there. And we're not talking about the Mortal Kombat Game Boy ports. Those don't really count, except for 2. I really like 2 on the Game Boy. Alright. Alright. Okay, technically, I do have this game, but, my current copy is basically for my childhood collection. I still have my childhood games under my bed, but I don't have this game for my personal collection, my main collection I'm focusing on. And that is Mortal Kombat 4. Now, people had mixed reactions to Mortal Kombat 4. I like it. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's a good attempt of doing Mortal Kombat for the very first time to be in 3D. But I don't think it's that bad. You could say I could recommend it if you can find a good price for it. I wouldn't pay no more than $20 for it. But I actually recommend stay away from the Dreamcast version. Now, that one was hot garbage. Because that one was like one of the glitchiest mess out there. Now, I was told there's an updated version, but here's the thing. According to my Dreamcast game in the disc, I do have the updated version, and it still sucks on the Dreamcast. Anyway, classic game, lots of hidden characters. I think this is the first time you actually get to play as Meat. I forgot how you play as him, but you can play as Meat. All right, and this one, I'm actually surprised I got this game for $10. And this is actually one of the very first games I played on my demo disc when I first got my PlayStation. Back in '98, my demo disc was number 6. And the demo I played was Parappa the Rapper. I actually own this on the PSP, and I think I was told that was actually the bad port, because I heard a lot of people couldn't beat it for some odd reason. I mean, I couldn't, because, you know, I'm actually usually bad at rhythm games, but if I can somehow beat this one, maybe it's true that the PSP is the bad version. It has to be if I somehow manage to beat this, if I do beat this. Alright, so I can't wait to see the Onion Guy again. Oh, I love the Onion Guy. Alright, next! My biggest pile I bought at the convention this year, or the expo, I can call it either way, is Sega Saturn. 2 tables had a lot of Sega Saturns this year. My god, it's nuts how many Sega Saturn games there were. And I pretty much picked out randomly. I try to buy up as much as possible, the ones I need. And I try to stay away from the really expensive ones, but I did pick up one expensive game. And I'll show you what it is. And believe me, it's probably not worth it, because you can actually get the cheaper version on the PS1. So anyway, this is actually a Japanese game. And I need to look it up what it's called. Now, any Japanese fighting game, I'm definitely going to pick up. A lot of them I found on the Sega Saturn are fantastic games that animated well. It felt like I'm actually playing the arcade. Okay, this game is called Samurai Spirit Zankuru Mozokuken. I have no clue what this game is about. Like I said, Sega Saturn import games usually have great animated fighting games. Animation's smooth and everything. But I bought it mostly because it's from SNK. And SNK usually puts out some excellent fighting games for the Saturn. So I'm pretty sure I won't be disappointed. If I'm somehow disappointed, I'll just put a text right here saying I'm disappointed. I was disappointed. So anyway, let's move on. I actually bought 2 copies of these, and I didn't mean to, so I gotta somehow get rid of the other one, and that is Need for Speed for the Saturn. Alright. Next is, I did not know there was multiple versions of this game on the Saturn, but apparently there is. And the one I found long time ago, actually I wouldn't say long time ago, more like a year or 2 ago, I found a Battle Arena for the Saturn, and it kind of sucked, and it was, I think if I recall correctly, it was slow. But this one I think might be an updated version. I'm hoping it is, because that one was slow. But this one is Battle Arena Toshinden Ura Ultimate Revenge Attack. I'm hoping this is a faster game, because I hate slow games, but there's a chance it might, because it's the early polygon versions for the system. Oh man. I don't even know what year this thing came out in. Alright. Now this game I was kind of looking for quite a while, but I know nothing about it. But I see this game all the time at Game Exchange, which is a game store close by me. And they actually had this game in the glass booth. And the reason I refused to buy it, because it's missing the case and manual, and it's disc only. No way, I take that back. It has the manual, but it's missing the case. But this table I bought this from, obviously it's complete, and I'm finally going to give this game a chance. Alright, next. So anyway, Virtual Fighter was kind of big on the Saturn, kinda, because, you know, Saturn didn't really do well here. But apparently they put out a version called Virtual Fighter Kids. I'm not really familiar with Virtual Fighter except for the one on 32X. I think that's really the only one I played besides the one I think I played on PS3 a long time ago, or 360. Alright, next, Battle Monsters. I have no clue what this game is, and the back of the case is confusing. I don't know if it's a fighter or some kind of platformer. It's a very confusing game. Yeah. Alright, a sports game, Decathlon. I don't think I'm gonna play this one. Next, Night Warriors. Now I'm sure this is a fantastic fighter, because like I said, Sega Saturn has some excellent fighting games, especially if they're 2D and anime-ish. Actually, they could be anime. Or animated. But anyway, it's Night Warriors Darkstalkers Revenge. I don't know if it's like the sequel or anything, but maybe this is a sequel to Darkstalkers, but they decided to call it Night Warriors. Well, anyway, like I said, this series usually has some sexy females. Not a big fan of the series, but I do love the sexy females in this game. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, Felicia and Morgan. Oh, I was just putting it right there. Next game, Mech Warrior 2. I'm somewhat familiar with Mech Warrior, but I don't know much about it. I wonder if this is the PC version, or let me take that back. I wonder if this is the Saturn version of the PC I played a long time ago. I know I'll play some kind of Mech Warrior game on a computer. Next is Croc for the PS1. Croc Legend of the... I thought I said combos, but gobos. I know nothing about Croc. I just know he exists. Okay, so here's the most expensive game I bought this year at the expo. And like I said earlier in this video, you could get it on the PlayStation much cheaper, but for the Saturn, it's kind of rare. And I don't know about the PS1, but this one actually came with 3D glasses. And now I probably should tell you what the game is called. Contra: Legacy of War. I am not expecting anything good out of this version. Contra was pretty big back when it was in 2D, but if I recall correctly, when it hit 3D, it was not good. And the only reason I bought this, because I kind of think I needed to buy at least one very expensive game while I was at the expo. Because I may not feel like buying this later on. Alright, next game. Wing Arms. It's an airplane game. Pinball, or Hyper 3D Pinball. It's a pinball game. Next. Okay, this one I actually have on the PlayStation, and I could never finish it because it's actually a quick time event that I can never get it down. It's like, no, you can't just hit the button when the game tells you. You have to hit it at a certain point at a certain time, and it has to be exactly at that time. And they don't tell you when you should hit it. You just gotta get a feeling for it. It's probably one of the worst quick time event I ever played in a video game. And that is D. Yes, D. I actually make several jokes on this game. Hey, you wanna see my D? No, seriously, you wanna see my D? Yeah, my D. It's nice and long. It might be a foot long. Like, I'll make jokes about that. Cause yeah, it's called D. How can you not make any D jokes? Alright, next game is Robotica. It might be some kind of first-person shooter in outer space. Who knows? Alright, the next game we're looking at is Galactic Attack, which looks like it's a top-down shooter. I'm not really all that big on shooters, but I do like games like Galaga or Galaxian. I love those games. But other shooters, I can't really think of ones I really enjoy, but games like Galaga and Galaxian, I can enjoy those shooters. And last game, Duke Nukem 3D. Yeah, I don't know if this is supposed to be the first port of the game or maybe one of the sequels, but I think this might be the port version for the Sega Saturn. I'm unfamiliar with Duke Nukem 3D. I mostly remember playing Time to Kill on the PlayStation and a little bit of Duke Nukem, I think. 0 Hour for the N64, I played that a little bit. But, I think I only played very little of the Genesis version. I never got far on it. But maybe that might change on the Saturn version. So anyway, that is everything I picked up this year at the Louisville Expo 2020. Sorry I could not show every single gameplay footage for every single game I picked up. Like I said, I don't know if I did say it, but I'm going to say it now. I'm going to be kind of busy this week, so I just got to get this video out there as soon as possible. But if you like this video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want to see more pickup videos later on, maybe later this year. But that said, thank you so much for watching. This is the Video Game Hunter, and until next time, goodbye. And I've been up for the past, I think, 30 hours now. I probably should get some sleep.